I loved drawing, and my stick figures were considered masterpieces by my flattering parents. I was quite excited. I was sure that I would win. A week later, I got a message in the mail. It contained a certificate. It said, "Congratulations, you successfully participated in the Worldwide Kids Art Contest." I was ecstatic. I won. I actually won. Of course, at the time, my innocent self did not notice the one word in the message that changed its entire meaning: participated. I believe kids should not receive participation trophies. People should not feel good about themselves for simply competing. If this is the case for everyone, no one will be motivated to move on, try and do better. This is why I believe participation trophies are unnecessary. Of course, there are some benefits to participation trophies. For example, if a child really works hard and is passionate in what they're doing, there's nothing wrong with receiving a trophy. In fact, it may even compel that child to do better. But my point is, who can say that every child works hard and every child is passionate in what he or she is doing? No one. There are children who, per se, join teams but don't always attend practices or games. When these children receive participation awards, they will feel a false sense of accomplishment. They will feel entitled. This is not the only issue with participation awards. I believe that they have more negative consequences than positive. Fact, according to the New York Post, trophy and award sales in the US and Canada have gone up to about $3 billion per year. $3 billion. I am truly astonished. I wonder how many of those trophies went to kids who made no effort at all, and how many of those kids, shortly after receiving the trophy, tossed it onto a counter and never saw it again. If you don't believe me, think about it. How many of the participation trophies that you've received hang on a shelf in your room or are treated like precious gold? That's what I thought. According to John O'Sullivan, founder of the Changing the Game project, his organization spent $2,000 to $3,000 per year on participation trophies. We turned kids away because we no longer had the $40 scholarship that might have allowed them to play, he says. Yet this is about the same amount of money as it costs to provide one team with their participation awards. If given the choice between giving every child an award or giving one child access to sports, is it even a question? This does not only pertain to sports. The money spent on any participation trophy given to anyone could have been spent on something with more value. Another issue with participation trophies is that when children see that they can earn praise and recognition merely by participating, they may begin to lose the motivation to be outstanding. If they feel they will be rewarded regardless of effort or ability, it could discourage them from improving their skills. Stanford psychology professor Carol Dweck agrees kids should not be given participation awards. She has said in the past that our society has gone overboard in giving kids praise, particularly when it focuses on an innate ability, you're smart or you're a natural at this sport, rather than on effort. Giving kids a participation award is tantamount to giving kids the wrong kind of praise. Many people are on Dweck's side. In 2015, Pittsburgh Steelers star James Harrison very publicly returned his 6- and 8-year-old participation awards, stating, "While I am very proud of my boys and will encourage them till the day I die, these trophies will be given back until they earn a real trophy." I believe what Harrison did was the right thing, if not a tiny bit overkill. But he had the right message. A trophy should not be given unless it was earned. Now, if only all of America would listen to that, it would give me a bit more hope for our future generations. People everywhere are spreading the wrong message to kids, even without knowing it. We don't care how hard you try or how well you do. Regardless of these factors, we will give you a trophy for doing absolutely nothing. In fact, parents say that they want the best for their kids. Is giving them a trophy for doing nothing necessarily helping them? Overall, I thoroughly believe participation awards have more negative consequences than positive. They cost organizations tons of money that could have easily been spent on something with much more work. They make every child think of themselves as special, which can lead to problems, especially later on in life. Finally, these awards make a child feel as if they don't need to try. Simply being there is enough. Now that we've discussed the effects of participation awards, let us move on to what we can do to solve this problem that our nation is facing. Most of the time, when parents and teachers hand out participation awards, they're thinking about the child's feelings and not about the negative consequences. For example, when a teacher gives everyone in her class an award, she's thinking, if I give this person an award, everyone else will feel bad about themselves. This is a problem that many adults face. To solve this, instead of giving out participation awards, you could give every child a specific award that compliments she or he on her own traits. For example, instead of giving everyone the same boring gold certificate, you could give Emma something that compliments her on her art skills, and Arthur something that tells him he's a really good writer. This technique has worked well for many adults, and it could work well for you too. Another technique people use to avoid participation trophies is simply not handing them out. Yes, many kids only work towards something if there's a goal or prize at the end. But what if there's no prize? What if you don't dangle the same carrot in front of every child's face? If children get used to working towards something that doesn't have a prize at the end, it could help later on in life. It might be hard to get children to put all of their effort into it, but they will improve as they move on. These are a few techniques people use to avoid participation trophies. Yes, I admit, these trophies are okay once in a while. When you feel your team did especially good this season, or everyone in the class got an A on the test. But most of the time, try to look for another option. Next time you go to soccer practice, do me a favor. Tell your coach not to bother with the annual trophies. Say you won't receive a trophy. That means nothing. If everyone on the field gets a trophy, what is the value of it? And finally, tell your coach to spend the money on something with much more value. And next time, don't make the same mistake I did in the second grade. There's a difference between participating and winning. Just because you get a trophy for both does not mean that they're of the same value. It means that America's trophy culture has got to change. Thank you.